Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. Well, I say it twice a year. It is here, it is my time of year, my high holiday. It's the Sephora Savings Event. I know, I think they call it the Sephora Spring Savings Event. It's been also known as the VIB event, the Sephora Shopping Event, whatever you want to call it, it's here. So today's the first day of the event. Today's April 1st and it goes through April 11th. So if you're a Rouge, you can shop starting today, saving 20% off. If you're a VIB status, you can start shopping on the 5th to receive your 15% off. And if you're an insider, you can start shopping on the 7th to receive your 10% off. But for all of us, no matter what your status is, starting today, going through the 11th, anything that you buy from Sephora collection is 30% off. You heard me. And I think that by now, most of you know I love getting new brushes during this time because 30% off of makeup brushes is an incredible savings. Not to mention their brushes are really good. I mean, these are just a few of my favorites. You know, I use it for foundation. I use these for all sorts of powders. This is my favorite smudger brush. This is an angled blush brush that I've had for years. You can tell because the handle is their old color, but it just fits so nicely on my cheeks. And then this is the, it's a foundation brush. It's the number 47, but I actually use it for my cream blushes. I just love it. So if you need tools, make sure you pick these up. Oh yeah, I just did that. I just jumped right in and started telling you what to buy. So to anyone that is new joining my channel today, hello, my name is Jennifer. As you can tell, I'm obsessed with makeup and I'm obsessed with hair care and skincare. So if you're into those things, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button because you know later in the week you're gonna be like, who is that crazy lady I was watching on YouTube? Just hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you'll know when I upload my videos 3 days a week, usually, sorry about this week, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 12:15. All right, let's just jump into this because I have a shit ton of product. I was kind of just like grabbing all of my favorite things and my desk has no sort of organization. Usually every savings event, I kind of line things up from, you know, starting with primer to concealer to foundation, just so I go in order. Nope, there's just a pile of makeup here today. I'm gonna say right from the top, if you are looking to shop one brand, like you just wanna try a brand, do me a favor, make it Makeup by Mario. You cannot go wrong there. The products are all so easy to use. Everything blends so beautifully, so effortlessly. The shade ranges are perfect for all skin types. I have a lot of their products. I mean, let's see what do I have here. All right, so these are just the items I can hold in my hands right now. I have a lot of the products, and honestly, I think at some point I will have something from every category. I can't help it. Mario formulates things so beautifully. He's a makeup artist, so he knows how he wants products to work every day for all of us. And I mean, even right down to the brushes. I have the F3 here, and it is perfect for blush, for bronzer, for highlight, for blending. It is an amazing brush. And there's probably gonna be a lot of that happening. What I love about it is, do you see how like pliable the bristles are? They just bend nicely to your face. So when you're blending products, not only are you able to just like put them down nicely, but the bristles spread out so beautifully to blend the products. I cannot say enough about these brushes. So getting them right now with your discount is the perfect time to do it. This could easily turn into the Buy Makeup by Mario channel. I gotta stop because you guys know I love it. I have a whole dedicated video, blah, blah, blah. Actually, I'll link it for you guys in case you haven't seen it. It takes you through almost all of the products of his that I have, use, love, and adore. And because I do have so many products of his, I'm actually not going to link these in the description box below. I will just link that video. That way you can go right to the video. And in that description box, it'll have all the products linked. I know, she's lazy. So most of you know one of my favorite things is lashes. I just love mascaras and I'm always testing them out. Now, there are still so many mascaras out there yet for me to try, but I have two favorites that I come back to all the time. From Bite Beauty, this is their, I think it's Full Volume Upswing. Yeah, that's what it's called. It doesn't come in a waterproof, which you know is my ideal formulation, but whatever. This makes the thickest, fluffiest, most dramatic lashes. I mean, you don't even need a false lash if you're wearing this. I love this. And then for everyday lashes, this one from Item Beauty, this is the Lash Snack Lengthening Mascara. I was so pleasantly surprised by this. It has this tiny wand. Oh, nice little hair hanging off of it. As I was saying, it has this tiny wand, which had me so unimpressed when I first opened it. but it actually makes the prettiest lashes. It lengthens in just the loveliest way. I am really blown away by this, and I think this is like around $15. This whole item beauty line, super affordable. I'm gonna say this over and over again about pretty much everything, but I just love lip products. Now, for my money, the Rouge Volupté Shine is one of the most glamorous yet functional lipsticks ever. So it comes in a ton of shades. This one here is a deeper one, and I just love the gloss. I love the color of that. These do have a scent, so if you don't like scented lips, well, then you may not like it. However, the packaging on this line is elegance personified. When you pull this out of your purse, you feel special. You feel like a lady. You just feel like, I'm fancy. Let me just show you a couple others that I have. This neutral one, I actually have it in the center of my lip right now. And then this corally pink one, it's so funny because this is such a bright shade, but every time I wear it, people are like, oh my God, that lipstick is gorgeous on you. I love that color. And it's funny because when I put it on, I'm always like, I don't know, is it a little too much? Everyone else seems to love it. So if you're looking for a juicy, a glossy balm that's gonna keep your lips hydrated, shiny, but looking gorgeous all summer, I definitely recommend these, especially now that you can save money on them. For eyes, I always love recommending the Caviar Sticks from Laura Mercier. You cannot go wrong with these. They are easy, blendable. You look like you took some time on your eye when you really don't have to at all. They last, they're foolproof. If you want to do an easy eye, definitely get yourself some Caviar Sticks. And bronzers. If you've been paying attention lately, cream bronzers are where it's at for me. I've been using the Say Sun Melt Light Bronzer, and from Danessa Myricks, this is the Power Bronzer in Light. The two of them are the shades for me. And you can tell I go hard in this Danessa Myricks one. I've had it for quite some time, and her products are so pigmented that it takes you forever to go through them. Honestly, I feel that Danessa Myricks is another amazingly affordable yet high-performing brand. The products are usually in smaller packaging, like these Color Fix creams. They're so tiny, you need a pinprick amount of this stuff and it goes a super long way. Same thing with the cream bronzer. You need a very little bit, it goes a long way. It blends naturally, seamlessly, dries down, doesn't move. I cannot say enough good things about Danessa Myricks, the bronzer, and the entire line. And of course, the Say Bronzer, I've been using this for a long time too. It looks like I haven't even made a dent in it. It goes so far. And it also has Sephora's clean seal of approval, so if that's something that's important to you, the Say brand is definitely something for you to take a look at. But for me, this is one of their prize items. All right, staying with cream products, this Rose Ink, it actually has a different name than what it says on here. On here it just says lip and cheek color, but it's actually called, what the heck is it called? Divine Blush, I think it is. I have it in the shade Heliotrope. I'm wearing it today. I wear it a lot because it goes on. I just love how it goes on. Do you see how it leaves like a sheen behind? There's a bit of a sheerness to it. This shade I think is gorgeous. I wear this with full coverage makeup. I wear it with light coverage makeup. No matter what I'm wearing it with, it just always blends seamlessly. I definitely need to get this in more shades because this performs incredibly. I actually even have it on my eyes today. And if you are fearful of cream products, trust me, I was too for a very long time. But all the creams that I'm showing you today are so easy to use. You don't have to worry about it being patchy. You can use them over top of powders if you need to, or you can put powders on top of them, and they just give your face like a dewy, juicy look without being super glossy. It just makes your face look hydrated. So the Rose Ink Divine blushes all day, every day. For those of you who like powder blushes, for me, it always is the Ambient Lighting blushes from Hourglass. Now I have the shade Incandescent Electra, which is like a corally shade, and Luminous Flush, which is just a pretty pink shade. Both of them are so gorgeous on the cheeks. Because of the formulation, they actually leave behind this slight glow. It's incandescent, just like the packaging says. Now you don't have to wear highlighters with these, but you can if you want to. They are just so luminous, but not in like a shiny, like overly sparkly way. They're not sparkly at all. They're just glowy in the most elegant way. I literally keep buying these over and over again. But if you want a super juicy, radiant blush, then if you can get your hands on from Charlotte Tilbury, this is the Glowgasm. I have it in the shade Pinkgasm. There's no need for a highlighter. I always use this on the high points of my cheek. Do you see that shade? Blend it out. You can either use a brush or you can use a beauty blender. Obviously with the beauty blender, it's going to shear it out, but it just leaves this gorgeous glow. And honestly, if you wear a highlighter with it, I think it's a little too much. So just wear the blush a little higher on your cheeks. It's gonna uplift your face and give you a glow. And these are, listen, they're sold out all the time for a reason. So if you can get your hands on one during the sale, just do it. Oh, and I talk to you guys all the time about a finishing powder. For me, my favorite is from Hourglass. This is the Ambient Lighting Powder in Ethereal Light. It comes in a bunch of shades. This one obviously very light and creamy. I usually use this at the end of my makeup routine and usually towards the center of my face just to blend everything together and give more of a creamy, like, I don't want to say smooth because usually my makeup is pretty smooth, but it just evens everything out but makes it look creamy and a little luminous. These finishing powders, I've never found anything better than this one. This is pretty much the best finishing powder ever, and she's pricey. I'm not gonna lie, but you will have it for a very long time. This is my second one, and I've had this for probably close to a year. Now, granted, I don't do my makeup every single day of the week, but every time I do my makeup, I always use this. But if you want to elevate your makeup and give it that little extra something, from YSL, this is the Touche Eclat 3D All Over Glow. This is special. And when you look at it, you're like, what? What? And the problem with you not being with me in real life is you really can't get an idea for what this does. It looks just like kind of a peachy and nude powder, and that's what it is. But when you use a brush, like a fluffy one like this, and just use it in targeted areas at the end of your makeup, it leaves this most beautiful glow. It's not sparkly, it's not shiny, it's a glow. However, it doesn't translate well on like my camera for you guys with my lights and everything. It actually, because I have a lot of lights on me, so it bounces and looks too shiny. So I don't wear it for you guys a lot because when I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh my God, that's so pretty. And then when I look at the footage, I'm like, girl, the light is just bouncing off you like crazy. So let me just leave it to you like this. If you wear a lot of powders, or if you want powders just for some targeted, like subtle glow, this is for you. And speaking of glow, my favorite liquid highlighter find from Rare Beauty, this is the Liquid Luminizer. I have it in the shade Transcend. I actually have it on my cheek today. When I found this, I was blown away. They are very affordable. I think it's around $22. This is a good size amount of product. This shade, I thought, it might be a little too golden for me. And sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. It'll be perfect for summer, but you can just blend this. And again, I go over it with a beauty blender just to kind of diffuse it out a little bit. I think the shade is gorgeous. The formula is gorgeous. It doesn't mess with anything I have underneath it. I have been able to use it under powder and on top of powder. This is like a friggin' miracle luminizer. Honestly, if you want a liquid luminizer, this is the only one you'll ever need, I swear. Oh, one of my favorite things that I really haven't talked to you guys about much at all. When Becca closed, Smashbox bought some of their products, and luckily they bought the under eye brightening corrector. I have the shade Fair Light. This seems like, why do I need it? It's a pinky shade. I use it right where I have a little bit of like purpley blue darkness under my eyes and like slightly in the corner. You use the tiniest amount. As a matter of fact, I use a small brush. Yeah, I use this tiny brush. It's a Morphe brush. It is the M421. You see how tiny that is? Because it picks up just the exact amount I need. I put it right in the corner, right where I want it, and then I use like my finger, the warmth of my finger, to just press it in and spread it out. It doesn't completely make the blue purple go away, but it helps reflect the light. So it is dulling down the blue, but it's reflecting light away. And then when I put concealer on top of it, it is a gorgeous under eye. This has been a cult product for years for a reason. There's a reason why Smashbox bought it. So if you are struggling with any sort of under eye darkness, I think you might want to try this. Now, I know everyone doesn't like a juicy, glossy, sparkly disco lip like I do, But if you happen to, then I think you're going to want to try the Dior Addict Stellar lip glosses. These are a very sparkly, but in the best way. So this shade here, I think this is the shade Fancy. Yeah, this is Fancy. It has this kind of bright pink, which on my lips just brightens up my lips. But that sparkle in there, it just makes the center of my lip look so juicy and so pretty. And I also have the shade Shock. This is actually almost clear, but it gives that gorgeous sparkle to the center of my lip that you all know I love. Let me just put a little bit on because I think what I had on was like kind of going away. Do you see how that just adds like a glimmer and sparkle? I'm not saying you need to do it over your entire lip, but just in the center, it just makes such a pretty little bing. I know, I sound like an idiot sometimes, but I can't help it. Makeup turns me into a babbling idiot sometimes. Apologies. I actually have another one of these in my cart in a bronzy rosy shade. I think it'll be a gorgeous like summer shade on a bare lip. So look forward to seeing that in a future video. Now, I rarely wear a lip gloss without a lip liner. I'm getting older. My lip line is starting to fade away. For me, the best lip liners in all of Sephora is the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip. The reason I love these is because they are waterproof, transfer proof. They last for hours. That's a big deal for me. You can get this in a huge range of shades. So even if you were to get something that's the exact color of your lip or even a little lighter and just use it as your lipstick, your all over lip color, and then go over top with a gloss. Once the gloss kind of fades, you'll still have the pretty shade left behind. These I cannot say enough about. They get talked about now and then, but they are really a hero product. Oh my God, I didn't even mention foundation. Where's my mind been? You know I've been loving all the foundation releases that have come out. And I've been really happy with them, but the one I love the most is from NARS. This is the Light Reflecting Foundation. I have it in the shade Yukon. The one challenge with this foundation is NARS's shade range. It leans yellow. I am very pink to neutral, so it is so hard to come up with the right shade for me. This one here is a little bit light for me, but I make it work because I just love the formula so much. It gives this gorgeous glow to my skin. I don't look shiny or greasy. I'm just glowing. It stays all day long. It doesn't break up. It's just the prettiest. I can't say enough good things about this. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get a darker shade that'll kind of be a little complimentary for me for the summertime. I don't know. I'm freaking out that the next shade up for me is going to be too yellow. But for those of you who are always like, oh, shades are too neutral. Oh, they're too pink. NARS is where you need to go. And this particular one, I think is great for everyone. I have normal to dry skin. It's been perfect on my skin. I've seen videos with people who have oily skin that it's been great on their skin. Don't forget, just use a primer to take care of whatever your concerns are. If you're oily, then get a mattifying primer. But this has been the standout foundation so far this year. Do not get me wrong, I love the Makeup Forever HD, but I've heard like varying, like, oh, it's not good for me, it's not gonna, I have figured out how this works for my skin. If you are willing to like take the time, figure out what primer works for you, you would probably have really great success with this. And of course, the Charlotte Tilbury Perfect Skin, I love that so much. However, the shade I had was neutral, and it was actually the wrong sort of neutral for me. I had 3N, and I really need 3 Cool, and I've been waiting. Every time I go into Sephora, I look to see if it's there. It's not there. It's always out of stock online. I'm hoping that when I go in there tomorrow, well, today, that they will have it there and I can get it in the correct shade for me because I loved wearing it. I had to do a lot to get it to be just right looking for me because it wasn't the right shade for me, but wearing it was so beautiful. I need that back in my life. And don't forget, foundations at Sephora, you can get samples of. Just tell them you want a sample and they'll put it in like a little plastic jar for you. Take home, try. They even label the bag with what the product is, what the exact shade is that you have, so that when you finish it, you're not like, shoot, what was that I had? You know me. That's why I love Sephora. I love the trying, the testing, the smearing it on my hand, the walking around the store to see if it oxidizes. That place is my candy store. And tomorrow I'm going trick-or-treating. Oh, skincare, just a couple things. So the Necessaire body cream, hands down, best body cream there. For me, my skin always looks dull and dry, especially this time of year. That brings my skin back to looking healthy and glowy. And I don't normally look healthy and glowy. My skin usually looks like dusty and dry. The Necessaire, it's expensive. I think it's like $25 for a body cream, which is, what? $25 for a body cream. But if you can get it on sale, it's definitely worth it. Now, for those of you who saw my glow recipe video for the Hyaluronic Plum Plump Cream, I was a little bit like, I don't know. As the weather's been changing here, I have been using this and I've actually been really liking it. It seems like I dump on glow recipe. I don't mean to. Their things just usually don't impress me that much. This has kind of changed my mind. Now, it is a lightweight gel cream texture, so that's all I need for my face. That is not a lot at all. And it has this light, watery feeling when you put it on, which is really lovely. And that's actually the kind of lotions or creams I like for in the summertime. I, of course, don't like anything that's like heavy or super occlusive in the summertime. And, well, I've got it all over the cap. And for us being in late spring, I have been giving this a try again over the past couple weeks, and I've really been enjoying it. It works so nice under my makeup. I don't wear it to bed. I do still like a heavier, more occlusive moisturizer in the evening. But for a daytime cream, I am really enjoying this. And the fact that this little, well, I can't do it right now, but the insert will pop out. And can I do it? Yeah, there we are. It pops out so that when I finish this, I can just buy the refill and I still have this to put it back in. I do love that measure of reusability, sustainability. I do appreciate their efforts in that area because I hate throwing out all these components. Oh, and speaking of something that is reusable, you have seen me talk about this too many times. It's the Fenty Skin Hydro Visor. It is their hybrid moisturizer and sunscreen. It's an SPF 30. This actually comes out. It is just about empty. I have to pick up a new one. I will just pick up this part here and pop it back in when I get home. And I'm saving the environment. I am saving my skin. And it's nice because, especially in the summer when I don't want so many layers of product, I can skip the moisturizer step because it is in this lovely sunscreen. That, as far as sunscreens go, American sunscreens, I haven't found many that I like, and this one I do. So if you have normal to dry skin, I think you would like this very much. When it comes to oily skin and sunscreen, I really can't speak to it too much. Although I will say, in the summertime, in the humidity, my skin does get oily, and actually, this is actually still kind of nice on it. So I don't mind this. So if you're very oily, I don't know. I don't know how you would feel about it. And it's hard for me to speak to oily skin situations, but I can say in the summertime, I do love this, but I use it year round. All right, am I missing anything here? Of course, don't forget to get your beauty blenders. It's always great to save on those. Get your brush cleaner. Listen, the germs hang out in your brushes. And if your makeup brushes are just hanging around, getting more and more filled up with product, not only is your makeup not going to blend nicely, but you're actually going to be depositing germs on your skin, causing yourself breakouts. Save yourself. Just get this Refresh. It's made by Sephora, so you can get 30% off. I spray it on to a cloth like this, and then I just rub the brush in it, back and forth, run in circles, and it's instantly clean, dry, and ready to use. Let's face it, I could go on and on. I have so many items here from Sephora that I love and use all the time. I've given you basically my top favorites, what I cannot go without. And I'm sorry that I'm not going to be listing for you all the Mario products, but I promise there is not one thing in the line that I have tried that I have not loved. Although I could say the same for Charlotte Tilbury and Makeup Forever and Hourglass and Dior and Ilia. Oh, Lord, I got a problem. All right, I gotta call it. I just have to end this video at some point. I hope you guys are going to be going to Sephora, spending and saving wisely. Don't walk in there without a plan. Know the things that you need to restock. Know the things that you've had your eye on, but you've been like, I don't know, do I want to spend that money? And then maybe pick up one or two things that just catch your eye because it's really sparkly, it's really shiny, it's just that most gorgeous shade. That's what makes makeup so fun. Trying those things that just catch your eye. All right, friends, that's it for me. I will, of course, link these products in the description box below. If you have any questions or comments, of course, put them in the comments. You know I love chit-chatting with you. All right, friends, happy shopping at Sephora. Thank you so much for being with me, and I'll see you real soon. Mwah.